Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast, the coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. I'm Santi, that's Sancho. We are on the eve, if you're watching this on Fridays, of maybe one of the most packed, maybe unnecessarily packed wrestling weekends of all time. All In exists, and so WWE kind of programs with not one, not two, but three shows to simply counter program AEW's biggest show. And I've already got my Red Bulls ready for this weekend. It's going to be a hectic one. Sancho, are you ready for the July 12th weekend of professional wrestling?
But wait, there's more.
There's more, dude. I think it's so funny that Evolution just does not need to be this Sunday, and they just put it on Sunday just in case All In pivoted to Sunday. You know, it's like they're playing chess a few moves in advance, but I feel like WWE may have checkmated themselves with these ticket sales that I'm seeing, Sancho.
Honestly, this just proves that NFL football, American football, is just leagues above pro wrestling right now. Because I could sit and watch football all day. No problem. Easy. I'll watch the morning games. I'll maybe go back and forth between those morning games. I'll watch the afternoon games, watch Sunday Night Football, and I'd be set, dude. But this much wrestling, whew, it's a lot.
Yeah, dude, I'm not particularly excited about an entire Saturday of wrestling. And like, I know that sounds maybe a little bit it's sacrilege to say as somebody that watches professional wrestling basically for a living. And everybody that listens to this podcast, I would consider you all to be hardcore wrestling fans that would relish opportunities like this. But I think many of us are looking at this weekend and just sort of thinking that it's unnecessarily packed, right? Like, I look at Great American Bash, and this is one of the weaker NXT cards that NXT has put forth. It feels like it exists for the sake of existing. Like, Great American Bash in previous years has been a TV special. They just do it on Tuesday. And all of a sudden they're like, PLE, go up against All In. It's going to get crushed by All In. And then, of course, we have All In, an AEW show that any AEW show historically goes on way too long. So we already know that that's going to be a marathon. And then we have to book into that night with a commercial-filled Saturday night's main event, which, as of the making of this, only has 3 matches. And then lonely little Evolution thrown, just a quick little jump shot over on Sunday night. It's a little much, man. And I wish I was excited for this. Like, for example, like WrestleMania weekend, I'm excited for all of that wrestling. I'm excited for Stand and Deliver. I'm excited for WrestleMania. I'll stay up till 4 a.m. for the Hall of Fame show. But this feels just artificially inflated just because it's just the ego of the biggest wrestling company trying to combat the smaller wrestling company's biggest show.
I wonder if this is going to be the WWE's moment where, remember when WCW kind of ruined the finish of Mick Foley, and he's like, oh, don't worry about over there. Mick Foley's going to win the championship. I mean, could this be that little moment for them? Because that's when things started to turn for the WWF and that Attitude Monday Night Wars. All of a sudden, people started tuning into that because they're like, oh my God, they put the belt on Foley. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's because WWE fans are so entrenched that I don't see them throwing down $60, $70. That's it's a gatekeep thing. I mean, the WWE did condition everybody, including me, to be like $10 is a fair price, or the monthly fee for Peacock is a fair price to watch PLEs. And now when you're seeing a daunting $60, $70, you're like, ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot to commit, but you keep it forever. I mean, I bought Double or Nothing, and I haven't yet to watch the whole thing, but I piecemeal it and I watch it every night, and I'd be able to enjoy the whole thing. But $60, and they're running right now a Prime Video deal. You get like a $10 credit if you buy it. So there's a lot. They're trying to come for your soul, brother.
I think you made a great point. I think it is the barrier of entry of AEW being as expensive as it is. You mentioned the famous "Don't turn the channel." Mick Foley is going to be their champion. Yeah, can you imagine that being your champion? That was a click away, right? That was a free click away that forced millions of people to shift gears and go watch WWF and then realize, oh my God, this product rocks. Stone Cold is back. Oh, this is insane. I just don't think that the same rules apply here with there being like okay, I guess I could tune into AEW. Okay, I have to figure out what platform I want to watch AEW on. Oh, okay. Let me grab my credit card. It's $70. $70. Oh man. Okay. There's a lot of different blocks along the way that could get
Yeah.
somebody to not make that pivot, make that change. If it was significantly more accessible, if All In, dare I say, was free this year, that would have been crazy. That would have like been legitimately insane, free streaming. Because right now, the Club World Cup, a massive football tournament, soccer, if you are of the North American breed, it's entirely free on DAZN. Like you don't even need a DAZN membership to be able to watch that, and it's doing crazy numbers. Maybe AEW could have done something like that, really gone deep into the pockets of the Khan family fortune and said, All In this year is free on TV, and we are going to showcase the absolute best that we've got to as big an audience as we possibly can. Would have been a giant statement and would have made it easier for people to flip the channel and dip their toes on All In, because every All In has been amazing. Every single All In that they've done has been amazing. The one that was owned by Ring of Honor, the one 2 years ago, last year, and I know that this year's All In is going to be absolutely insane when I look at this card, man.
I mean, $70 is $70 though.
It's so true. $70. It's $70. But you know what? You could be listening to this show earlier for just $5, not 70, over on patreon.com/SantiZap, where you could get the podcast 3 days earlier than everywhere else on the planet. Plus the Raw reviews, the SmackDown reviews where we use footage. Sancho's currently ongoing Ryback in review. My currently ongoing every single John Cena win and loss of all of his championships, world championships ranked is over there on Patreon as well as all of our daily match watch-alongs over there as well. So please go check them out. All for $5, gets you in the door and gets you all of the content. If you want to do 15, that gives you access to our monthly movie nights. We just recently watched Nacho Libre, and that was now one of my favorite movies of all time. So come check it out. Patreon.com/SantiZap, link in the description, link in the pinned comment, wherever it is that you might be watching. Go check it out. Be part of the community and come join us. It'll be a good time. Sancho.
Yes.
LA Knight is now.
No, stop. It is the Glaze Factory. We are the Glaze Factory faction, brother. And we are cooking on all cylinders. We are at mass production. This is the best week that the Glaze Factory. And Sancho, you may be saying, Santi, like, who is in the Glaze Factory? LA Knight, founding member of the Glaze Factory, right? Produced well. Doesn't he look good on Monday Night Raw? Doesn't he look fantastic on Monday Night Raw? It's a rhetorical question because of course he does. You know who else looks good? You know who else is getting the pops? You know who else is getting the chance now, Santi? We want Kross after destroying with a lead pipe Sami Zayn. That's right, Karrion Kross. We got a two-man group, a two-man power trip in the Glaze Factory. One pump in the left hand, one pump in the right hand. Both pumping at the same time, brother. We are all time. Yes, exactly. Yes, the pumping is our churning and burning, brother. It is good. I felt like that Monday Night Raw was made for me. At the end of the day, I was like, yes, this was exactly what I needed. I got shenanigans with Grande Americano. I got some good vibes with LA Knight at the very end to be that nice cherry on top. And I got some double action of Karrion Kross. One was on commercial, but it was dope. You ever seen a man realize that what he's manifested is coming true in front of your eyes? You ever seen it in his eyes where he's sitting there, he's cutting a promo, and then all of a sudden he hears "We want Kross," and he can't help himself, and he goes, "Oh, they're cheering for me." And then you look over at his wife, his lovely wife, Scarlett. You look over at her and she's smiling, genuine smile, and she has to contain her excitement and her proud for her man. And all of a sudden she suppresses that, and then Karrion Kross looks around and goes, "Well, you got me now." And I'm like, yes. And then when that same wrestler, Karrion Kross, the guy you've been waving the flag for so many months, when your own friend who doesn't even put you in your favorite wrestling content creators list, I was right there, right next to you, and you put Maven for what? A Maven rub? By the way, that video tanked on your YouTube because it sucked ass. And here I am, waving the flag still, dealing with all that. And guess who followed me on IG and who puts me on his shorts now? Karrion Kross, baby, because he realized the genuine love for another man. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we are doing well here, baby. The Glaze Factory, double pumps all day. Get in line. The lines are on the block. We're no longer a Spirit Factory, whatever, Halloween store. Uh-uh. 12 letters. 3 words. Bing bong weapon.
Just want to clarify that that video tanking on my channel has done more views than all of your videos on your channel combined. Your bum ass wrestling channel, which you guys got to check out. I actually enjoy your wrestling channel. There you go. I put you over while also putting you down. My worst video does better than all of his videos combined. Go check them out. Go give them some love.
Strong. I look strong. I look strong at least.
No, man. You had to attack my ribs first. You had to attack my ribs first, all right? Because you can't just I can't just simply go out there and get buried. I have to have a rib injury first. Dude, okay, so when the Sami Zayn rib injury happened, I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. And I said, man, what happened? Why can't they sell a different injury? Why can't it be an ankle injury? I even said, why can't we sell a good old dick injury? You know, we're guys. A dick injury would absolutely put you out of commission.
You would carry just to twist it, you know?
My dick. Yeah, like I think you could absolutely sell a dick injury. And you know what happened in the main event? Yeah, we had a good old dick injury from Penta. I just say we just got to change it up. It doesn't always have to be the bandaged up ribs. Why can't it be a good old bandaged up dick?
First off, is that even medically accurate to bandage the ribs that way? Like, don't you think it's a little bit more intricate to, like, rather than just wrap them up like that? You're like, you're good to go, brother. Let me just wrap you up. But I've never seen anyone come out, just wrapped up like that. But what's funny is during the commercial break, Sammy goes, "They're broken ribs. I've had them before. It's fine." You're just like, what are you saying, dude? Like, just, it's okay. I understand it's the hard-headedness of Sami Zayn. It's supposed to be his hubris, right? His Achilles, that he's always willing to go out there no matter what to put on the show that people pay to see him. But at the same time, I'm like, man, why is Karrion walking around with the lead pipe? This dude could just break his bones with his bare hands. Let him do that. I'm telling you, if he does that, this is awesome, dude. I'm telling you, I've never had so many high sells here at the Glaze Factory. Projections are off the charts. I go ahead and I look at my the daily videos. It's like 1 out of 10 for the Glaze Factory. You know what I mean? Imagine if I just made a YouTube channel just decorated to the Glaze Factory.
Just the good old Glaze Factory channel, and it becomes like Super Smash Brothers updates. A new member gets added to the Glaze Factory every month.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, we had Braun Strowman, but he's gone.
He's gone. So. Dude, I think the crowd is getting tired of that Sami Zayn shtick. People were chanting one more time to Braun Breaker breaking this man in half. That is, yeah, dude, they're like, hey, run it back. That is it. I don't think that's the sympathy that they think that Sami Zayn is garnering when people are asking for Braun Breaker to murder him even more. You know, how do you kill a man dead when he's already dead? You know what I'm saying?
Do it again, brother. Hit him again. Even that with Jey Uso, they wanted to see the tsunami again.
Yeah, okay. But wouldn't you have been more sympathetic if it was a dick injury?
I don't know, Santi. I have yet to have, thankfully, a dick injury, sir.
Hey, man. You ain't using it enough.
You're so dumb, dude. By the way, though, but come on. Did you buy a ticket to the Glaze Factory today? Did you get your serving?
I have. I'm taking a virtual tour of the Glaze Factory. I'm in a virtual tour. I haven't decided to fully commit my money to your Glaze Factory. I like them both separate, but together under your banner. I don't know. It feels gross. I don't like it.
Why? I told you, and I saw your little reaction with like, oh, I like the smart LA Knight. Of course. I've been telling you the longest time is that when Triple H could just figure out that baby faces could be cool, they could be smart, they could be out like cunning, they could figure out different ways to trick the heels. And it doesn't make Seth Rollins look stupid when he was up there and then all of a sudden they have a brawl in the concession stands. That's awesome. It doesn't make Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed look stupid that they are running chasing after LA Knight and Braun Breaker falls over the barrier. It's funny, right? It's like, LA Knight is the guy that's looking the best, and it's helping LA Knight get over. And now the thing is though, as always, Santi, there's always an aftertaste with the Glaze Factory. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like a little
little tang.
A little tang. And the reason why Because when Saturday night's main event roll around, are we going to get that LA Knight? I don't know. Are we going to get this LA Knight, or are we going to get Super Seth Rollins?
Dude, I think you're going to come out of Saturday night's main event drenched in glaze. I think LA Knight's going to win that. I genuinely
No way, don't do that to me.
No.
No.
Listen. I think he's going to win that because they've been name dropping Roman Reigns a bunch. CM Punk chants are still loud as hell. There is every opportunity right now for LA Knight to win this. Not clean. I don't think he would beat Seth Rollins clean. But LA Knight is not the guy like a Sami Zayn that has to win clean. You know, LA Knight, as we saw in this episode, he's a smart guy. He'll take advantage of a situation, which I really like in a babyface. I really, really like that. And I absolutely see him taking advantage of a situation of CM Punk coming in or Roman Reigns coming in to take out Seth Rollins. Because when I look at the field that's there for Seth Rollins, I don't think it's LA Knight for him at SummerSlam. I think it's a Roman Reigns. I think it's a CM Punk for him at SummerSlam. So if that is the case, I think that the best way to get us ready and more excited for Seth Rollins versus Roman and or CM Punk isn't to build up Seth Rollins for them. It's already Seth Rollins. I think it's for one of those two to cost Seth Rollins. And then we elevate LA Knight in the process. Somebody that, unlike Seth Rollins, does need elevating, right? And I think that elevation, I said it before, and you keep telling me to shut up because you don't believe it. I think it's a World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam.
So you would want, this is the scenario that you're trying to paint me. You're trying to put me on they call it a vision quest. You know what I mean? Where my eyes are closed.
I'm being your Picasso. I'm being your Da Vinci right now. I'm painting this for you. This picture perfect. You know, that's what we used to do. I used to do in sales. It's something called the picture perfect, where you make somebody imagine what the perfect version of life looks like. And it's all because of this product that I'm selling them. It's some real mind voodoo. Yeah.
The jacuzzi you're selling.
The jacuzzi.
Look, so in the vision quest that I have, this perfect picture, I have that happen. LA Knight, you know, raising his hand, ding, 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 all great
ding dong whip.
Ding dong whip. And then all of a sudden, you know, Gunther and Goldberg happens, and they, you know, Gunther wins. And then on the next day, on Monday night, Gunther goes, you see, nobody can beat me. I am the ring NRL. There's no one. And then LA Knight. And then he comes out like, yes. Yeah. Right?
I think it's possible. Come on,
he's
dude.
He's going to go, Sean, why are you here, Sean? You are not on my level. You are street trash.
It'll be the classic Gunther feud. Like, it'll be nothing special. We know it'll be nothing special.
It will be special because it's LA Knight.
Because it's LA Knight, sure.
And LA Knight's going to say something borderline like sketch. You know what I mean? To him, he's going to say, where's Walter? You know, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to cross a weird line. Because that's what LA Knight is.
I'm going to make you look more stupid than Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah, he's going to, he's like cross-eyed, dim-witted. Like, those things are like, okay, weird to tell someone. And then keister, you know, that's a weird turn of a phrase.
Making YouTube videos for 12-year-old girls.
You're like,
all right, boomer, you don't understand YouTube. Shut up.
I know, you're like, brother. And then the one that the Miz one, remember he was talking about his wife?
His wife? Brother. He almost choked on his gum.
There's a lot of things about LA Knight. And then like literally in that concessions brawl, he slips on beer. And then with CM Punk, he eats his words. But the thing is, I think the reason why they're slotting him in this position is because they're going to lose Cody Rhodes for a couple of months because of Street Fighter. He's cast as Guile. That's crazy.
That's like very maybe on the nose, too obvious casting. You know what I mean?
They're like, he's blonde. He has an American tattoo already.
literally. I'm sure they like, yo, this other actor is infinitely better. Yeah, but we literally have the American dude with American tattoos with bleach blonde hair that can spike it up. All right.
He's the American nightmare. What a huge downgrade, by the way, from Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right. That Van Damme.
He was a perfect guile. He was like a legit guile. Yeah, you're right.
He could probably do the flash kick for real. But then on the flip side, and then Roman Reigns as well as Akuma. So they're going to be gone for months because that's like not small roles. They're Guile and Akuma. So you got to assume that Roman's not going to be around for a bit. You're going to have to assume that Cody's going to be gone. Got to have LA Knight. It's another. I think this is the time It's like the stars are in line. This is it. This is the lunar eclipse for LA Knight, the once in a lifetime moment here where Halley's Comet comes around. I don't know how many other astral things I could talk about, but it's like the only thing that he's gonna have to. This is the time to hop on board. If not, it's it. That's it. What other opportunities does he have? Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble. That King of the Ring. That about it, brother. But it's exciting. Exciting times.
I think you're going to be happy with the end result here. What about Karrion Kross? Obviously part of the Glaze factory here. Sami Zayn is out, air quotes, indefinitely. Now, the fact that Sami Zayn went through the beatdown from Braun Breaker the way that he did tells me that he's not like actually legit injured, which I definitely hope that's the case. I think it's definitely an on-screen hiatus, you know, for the storyline. Are we expecting Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn at SummerSlam here? I would hope so, right?
I mean, 2 nights, you got to feel it.
Yeah,
you got to feel it. It's probably one of the only stories that's been going on for a while, I would say. I mean, when did this whole thing start with Karrion and Sami?
Was it? I think it was shortly after like Backlash or after Mania. I don't know.
It's been going. I mean, it feels like longer because Karrion Kross has been on this wave for a long time, right?
Since he's been on the wave since a little bit before Mania.
Yeah. I'm here to turn you, but this one's been specific for Sami, and it always felt weird to me where he's like, "I'll deal with you later. I'll deal with you later. I'll deal with you later," and it's like, when are you going to deal with Karrion? Because he's now becoming a weird nuisance. But now, night one of SummerSlam, I see it. You know, it's a good night one, middle of the match, middle of the card, could steal the night type of vibe, but they just need to have a way better match than they did at Night of Champions. Night of Champions was a Monday Night Raw SmackDown quality match. I want to see Karrion's brutality here at its peak. Like I need to see something that makes everybody on the roster scared of him, because you talk about that Monday Night Raw segment with the vision of Seth, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry about Kross. No one likes him anyway." Like there's his names everywhere, right? It's slowly deeping in the other areas. So if they could make him scary, W. Like I'm thinking, Ken Shamrock in the Attitude Era was a wild beast. That dude was a freak of nature because he was an MMA star coming in, and he looked intense, and he was intense, and he worked so stiff. And Steve Blackman was that kind of vibe too, but Steve Blackman was like a mid-carder, and no one really dug him beyond what he was because he didn't have any charisma. But Karrion Kross has that intensity of a Steve Blackman, and he has the size of a Triple H, and he's charismatic as hell, dude. Like he looked great walking out there in those jeans, right? With the little PVC looking rubber lead pipe that he sold really well. But I think what really convinced me about Karrion Kross, Santi, was that commercial interview he did, and then him just embracing that moment that I talked about in my little promo. And I think Karrion Kross there's no denying Triple H cannot. I think Providence saved Karrion Kross. They really did. Without that Providence crowd, we would not be considering Karrion Kross like greener pastures ahead, my friend. It'd be stuck into the nebulous of, oh, he's just an IWC darling. They're just fans on the internet behind their computer, sitting there drinking their dew with their Cheeto dusted fingers, wanting something that we're not going to give them. But now the live crowd in Providence gave us a gift, my friend. A gift.
Do you think we need a stipulation here?
Yes.
If you're looking for a bit more brutality, I'm just rattling off the things that you mentioned. You want more brutality. You want him to be scarier. You want this to be better than a Monday Night Raw SmackDown match. You want it to be significantly better than what they did at Night of Champions. Is that a stipulation? If yes, as you've already answered, what are you wanting out of the stipulation? Are we thinking just a good old street fight? They just no holds barred, last man standing. What do you want out of it? Don't make it last man standing. You cannot beat Sami Zayn in last man standing because it's Sami Zayn.
I wanted like a blood sport, as close to a blood sport match as possible, the GCW, because I think that's where Karrion really excels at, is that blending of wrestling and actual MMA art. You know,
you want the good old Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler SummerSlam MMA style rules, huh?
Take the ropes down, brother. Take away Sammy's power. Make it like strip it down to the most pure like art, like. Karrion could easily go like, Sami, you're a great pro wrestler, but are you a great fighter? Because I am.
All of the powers of Sami Zayn have been stripped away.
Because I'm a great fighter, Sami. Come on, Sammy, you want to make yourself tough?
Dude,
Why don't
you
hop
want to
on the
have a good
tough
laugh?
side, Sammy?
Go back and watch Karrion Kross running with the pipe over his head towards Sami
Yeah.
Zayn because he's got his teeth gritting out.
He's like,
Ah!
he's
Like a
like, yeah,
genuinely insane person.
he's great, dude. He's really cool. And you know what is another great sign is that Scarlett got a pop too.
She
When Scarlett
did.
she did, and then Jackie Redmond was entranced by Scarlett's presence, and I think giving Scarlett her own screen time's crucial to that group, because I always dislike when it's like, oh, Scarlett's with Karrion Kross. I think if Scarlett was her own entity, like she is that she's always been that canary in the coal mine that we like to use, right? She always comes out and she has a little timekeeper stand thing, and then she's always been like, oh God, Karrion Kross is after you now. But if they could reestablish her, that's great. I dislike when they wanted her in the ring. I'm sure she could go in the ring, and she has gone in the ring, but I think her being that symbol of death and symbol of terror that's on the way, the gritting teeth guy. It was great, dude. I seen someone work so hard to get there. It's like
she's his Silver Surfer.
Oh, the Herald?
Yeah, the Herald right before Galactus shows up, right?
Yes. Do you think that movie's gonna be good?
Dude, I think everything that they've shown about it looks awful. And
yes, I agree.
But like, I'm gonna watch it, and we're talking about Fantastic Four. If you're curious, every little snippet I've seen, I'm like, ooh, this looks bad. This looks bad. I don't like the way that the Thing looks. I think he looks bad. We'll see though. We'll see. I will not judge it until I see it. I have to see it before I can properly say that it's bad. But it looks bad. I will say that.
I feel like it has so much style, and I think they're showing us what they can. Like, they don't want to give away everything, and what they've shown is not like the best. I don't think at all. Like, you know how some trailers they show the best stuff.
Sure.
This one's doesn't pale in comparison. And I know that Thunderbolts is one of their weakest entries in terms of box office wise, but it was really good.
It was very good.
I did enjoy it, but I'm not going to show that to somebody who's walking into the MCU. Does that mean, this is more of a deep cut good?
It's
like, you got to earn your stripes to watch it.
Like Evolution, right? A new wrestling fan, you wouldn't start with Evolution on Sunday. You'd probably start somewhere else. But I think it's going to be a really highly critically acclaimed show. I think it's going to be a very good show.
It won't be their box office draw.
I think it's going to be a box office flop. If anything, unfortunately, we're already seeing the ticket sales, and it's making me really nervous. Putting it on that Sunday, really, it's unfair. It's not a sink or swim. We're gonna start by drowning you, and hopefully you can float up. That's like the Salem witch trials. Hey, if you don't drown, then you're not a witch. Like that doesn't work. Hey, if you don't drown, then if you succeed, then we'll do another show. But like, hey, you're already attaching weights to me, and I'm gonna drown and die.
Talk about a lose-lose situation. If you drown, you're not a witch, and if you survive, you're a witch.
Dude, I feel like that's what they've done with Evolution. If you succeed, it's because of us, WWE. If you don't succeed, it's because nobody wants to watch women's wrestling. Come on, man, you put them in such a bad position.
It feels like it definitely should have its own vibe. I dare I say it could have been like a Worlds Collide, man. Worlds Collide was successful. You could really say Worlds Collide had zero build. Zero build. We had a couple snippets here and there. The draw of Worlds Collide was like this was something new. It was literally done before Major PLE. That would have been cool to have it on YouTube for free right before a big PLE like that, and that we could really enjoy the women's roster and get that little precursor vibe. But I think like the main thing why it works so well, Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, because it was in Los Angeles. You literally had an arena right across the street from the bigger arena and the Intuit Dome and the Forum. So it worked really well in that aspect. And it'd be hard to replicate that again. I mean, you would have to do it in San Antonio. I mean, San Antonio could have the Frostbank Center and the Alamo Dome be those double venues, but that's what I think, because you mentioned how, the soccer thing, the football thing was for free. I thought Evolution, if it was for free, no doubt it would have had huge numbers. I think it would do more than Worlds Collide, because World Collide did like 4 million views, which is not bad.
That's solid, man.
Yeah.
Like if you're the brand AAA, like getting 4 million worldwide views on on a bunch of your talent on Mr. Iguana. Like, dude, that show made Mr. Iguana a giant merch seller for the WWE. I bought his shirt a while ago and it's still on back order, still hasn't arrived. There is something about making something free and accessible worldwide, like they did with Worlds Collide, when they knew it's like, this thing can't go pound for pound with a regular wrestling show. So let's do everything in our power to allow it to float. And I feel like they're doing the opposite with Evolution. It's like they're doing everything in their power to make it drown. And I think it's so unfair because I know that show's going to bang, dude.
I feel the show is lacking the it factor right now. Like the big surprise. What if this was where Blake Monroe, what if this was her debut? Like what if they had her on the card as her debut match against a main roster of somebody? Like Forbidden Door always has that that intrigue, but you feel that Evolution is, we've seen this before in some of the cases? I mean, there's not that much of that. Wait, we haven't seen these two go in the ring before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like it doesn't help that it's Rhea Io, even though we know it's going to be a good match. It's already kind of like creating this this vibe of like been there, done that, and almost like this is like the only thing WWE is capable of doing in the main event. So there's a little bit of that going on. But like, for example, we have a women's NXT match going on. Had they saved the Blake Monroe debut for that being like the post-match segment for the NXT Women's Championship match at Evolution, that would have been such a crazy, like, stick your flag into the ground in the same weekend that All In is happening, right? That would have been cool. I feel like they shot too early with Blake Monroe, if you ask me. I still think that this is going to be an excellent show. I just wish that the WWE tried. You know, the fact that the majority of these matches, like, dude, Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus is going to have 1 week and 2 days of build. You know, like that shouldn't be the case. That just shouldn't be the case. They should have. It also felt. You know what also makes the show feel a little bit flat? The fact that it's like both champions just sort of got to pick whoever they wanted, as opposed to like a rivalry budding, you know, where it's like, this can only be done at Evolution because this is such a huge rivalry and we need to showcase it at the biggest showcase of women's wrestling. But it's like, no, we're just going to let Io pick whoever she wants and Trish and Tiffy pick whoever she wants. That's just, that breaks a lot of the norms that you and I have come to expect from what a PLE is, right? A blow off of a major storyline, a feud, hatred, or whatever. And the two theoretically biggest matches on this card don't have any of that. You know, the best feud in it is the women's triple threat match for the IC title. Like, imagine we had more feuds like that for the women's world title, for the women's tag championships. Then this show's like, damn, this is a must-see, not women's show, WWE premium live event.
Maybe they could have done it like the NXT Invasion angle. That's always worked really well.
Sure.
When there's no build. Just have NXT invade and have NXT triple threat. Remember, what was that, Survivor Series that they had so many triple threats?
Yeah.
They had great. A variety of
Survivor Series 2019.
See, that's what I mean, like that intrigue, that like, can an NXT someone beat Io Sky? I mean, why don't we Jordan Grace, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky? Why not? Right? I mean, I know Jordan Grace is not up to that level, but that's a former TNA knockout champion up there, you know? Give that little pizzazz, that little zest to it, just to make me go, I should tune in, because this is something I probably won't see again. I like that idea. But I'm gonna watch. I want to tune in. It's going to be hard for me because I have no coverage for my son. I usually have a babysitter of sorts, but he's going to be sitting right here in a chair.
Oh, you're going to have to play some man coverage. Going to have to play man-to-man coverage here for the weekend.
My little dude right there. He doesn't watch wrestling yet. He's only 3, but my 7-year-old watches wrestling, and I'm definitely going to show her Evolution, though. That's for sure. Like,
you should start them with Okada versus Kenny Omega in the Tokyo Dome in 2018. That's a 7-star match. Don't make them watch any WWE stuff. Who is that actress that's like, I think I'm getting into WWE or into wrestling, and then the comment section is like, actually, you should be watching New Japan.
It was Kat Dennings, I think.
Yeah. Kat Dennings or something like that. Yeah.
We are the troll and everybody, the gooner and everybody came out like, it was just like a crazy. I'm surprised Vanessa Hudgens survived all that too. I mean, Vanessa Hudgens is one of the ones, but I think Liv Morgan being absent really did hurt Evolution a lot. I think Liv Morgan was that kind of flag bearer that could push the goalposts forward. She was involved in so many stories, and I think this would have been a Liv centric show. But now that she's injured, I think that changes. What did you find? Did you find the tweet?
Yeah, I'm finding like a lot of the replies to it. It's like Kat Dennings tweeted out, "Oh no, I think I love at WWE." Reply, "That's disappointing. If it's the wrestling part you like, you should check out AEW." What a great way to scare somebody off immediately. It's just a ton of these comments of just, actually, you should be watching this. You should be watching. Oh God, it's cringe, man. Shout out to Kat Dennings, man. Listener of the show. I don't know.
Shout out, Kat. You know, we appreciate. You know what's not cringe though? I had a tweet go viral, my friend. Can we talk about it? Because this is a rare W. We're talking about 500,000 impressions, brother. And for those of you who don't know, this is what I tweeted, Santi. The genius that is me. I said, why is the T-Rex always booked strong in Jurassic Park movies? Just doesn't want to put any other dino over. And the tweets, brother. T-Rex puts butts in seats. I don't see any Ankylosaurus shirts or signs in the crowd.
It's true, man. T-Rex got a pose. T-Rex got a pose.
Director, all right. So scientists create this new dinosaur that's 10 times stronger than you and the T-Rex, and there's a gif of Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off. Look, the Raptors are the mechanics here, and they're always going to give a good show, but you got to lean on your superstars and keep them looking strong. Creative control, limited schedule too, by the way, for T-Rexy. And then it goes, don't think the Triceratops will get the same heat T-Rex does. Maybe the Allosaurus. I know the Velociraptors were decent heels, though, mid-card, but decent. Watching the undefeated Raptor tag team and one have to job out to Rex because she has creative control in her contract. Boo. And then he says, because we show up, we mess things up, and leave people wanting to see it again, the T-Rex. And wouldn't be surprised that T-Rex has written in his contract to have creative control and gets to choose who he gets to get over against. He also has the #1 t-shirt, hat, and action figure seller. He's allowed to let it go TP to his head a bit. He's not Hogan. He really carries the franchise. He's just protecting the spot. He hasn't been able to do business with the Triceratops yet because the angle doesn't make sense. He has done business with Velociraptors, using them as cronies, but they get the T-Rex rub from it. Rex knows his value. While the company is currently pushing mutant dinosaurs, he just showed up mid-card and had a 5-star match. Most of the fans left the show talking about the T-Rex. Don't you love wrestling fans when they jump on board something as stupid as that?
That's the side of wrestling fans I love.
Yes.
I wish wrestling Twitter was all this, all in good fun. Unfortunately, this is like 0.00001% of the experience of wrestling Twitter, because I wish it was all like this. Goofy,
name a single
fun.
Name a single dinosaur with the drawing power of the T-Rex, brother. Because the T-Rex sells merchandise. King of the Ring gotta be King of the Ring everywhere. After the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 beat the mess out of the T-Rex, that was the last time Rex said he'd lose to a match. Been on a 24-year log run since he hasn't looked back. And then the best part is all the AI images of Hulk Hogan as a T-Rex.
I saw all of those.
This is calling him T Hogan all over the time.
Comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
A lot of that doesn't work for me, brother.
Of course.
The T-Rex is the guy in Jurassic Park.
Okay, is there any other entity that's like the Hogan of that universe that you can think of right now off the top of your head? Who's like
T-Rex?
Like the T-Rexes of the dinosaur world. He's the Hogan of the dinosaurs.
He's the one. Yeah. There is no other, because if you look at the Jurassic Park franchise, they always try to reinvent the wheel, introduce Blue with Chris Pratt, and like, oh, let's use a Velociraptor. Nah, they had to bring back T-Rex, and now they have mutant dinosaurs now that are like genetically modified, and there's the D-Rex and all this kind of stuff. And nah, dude, when
it always comes back to the good old T-Rex, it always has to come back. He always gets the pop, man. He makes the comeback. He can be a heel. Sometimes he can be a baby face. You know, when he's
Yes.
a baby face, the pop is insane. You know
You
what?
get-
I think that's it. I don't think that there's another entity that is quite like the T-Rex. He really is the biggest draw. He truly is.
Puts the red and yellow colors on, dude. Everybody just goes back in time, brother. You look at him, dude. Like, hey, every kid you talk to that loves dinosaurs, T-Rex is up there. He's
T-Rex.
probably
He's the guy. It's the weird kids that don't like the T-Rex, that like the other stuff. Oh, I'm a Velociraptor. Shut up, kid. All right, just let T-Rex. All right, T-Rex must pose.
someone says, what? He put the Spinosaurus over and made him look like a star, and he only beat the Indorex in a handicap match with outside interference.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, I love this. This is what we should be using our power for, Santi. I agree. Wrestling internet nerds, this is what we strive in. Like, use dumb wrestling terms for real life stuff. We already talked about it in Star Wars, how Darth Maul was underbooked, and then he was, overbooked by good old Obi-Wan and Kenobi and Qui-Gon in that handicap match, brother. They talk about if that was in the dome, brother, it'd be a 5-star match. But it wasn't. It was in the, I don't know, weird level of Naboo.
I don't know how to transition out of this. I'm looking at all of our topics. I'm like, how can I naturally transition to this? I got it. Dinosaurs are old. So is Goldberg. I really had to rack my brain to get to this one. We have Goldberg versus Gunther. And brother, can I share a vulnerability with you? I'm being vulnerable here.
This is a safe place. Go on.
I'm excited for Goldberg versus Gunther. Like, I don't know why. I saw Goldberg come in his car and I was like, oh. And then his music hits and I was like, oh. And then he slapped Gunther's mic out of his hand. I was like, oh, dude. I was like, all right, I'm so excited for this 4-minute match. They teased the spear and I was like, oh. I guess I have to wait till Saturday night's main event. I'm excited for Goldberg versus Gunther, and I hate myself. I hate every fiber of my being for being excited for this. I acknowledge I am the problem right now, okay? And I think that is step one, acknowledging that you have a problem, and I think I have a Goldberg problem. I think I do. I think I have a Goldberg problem. Dude, God damn it. I don't know why. It just works on me every single time. I think it is a childhood thing. I used to love Goldberg. Like, I thought he was the coolest dude before wrestling was cool. Coolest dude. And I think I just kind of get teleported back to those times, man. I just get teleported back, and I know it's going to be ass. That's the thing. I know it's going to be metric butt ton of ass juice, but I'm here for it, brother.
Oh, I could just see it, dude. You're the little you sitting next to you. He's like, oh my God, Goldberg versus Gunther. This is exciting. Then the older you going, no, dude, this is bad. Why? Triple H buried his talent. They shouldn't have this old legend coming in. All these future stars, they should have this spot against Gunther. And then little you going, oh man, come on, Goldberg. Spear him, brother. Spear him. That's it, dude. It's the inner struggle. You know what? Can I make a confession too?
This is a safe place, my son.
This is the best thing I'm excited for Saturday night's main event.
I'm
excited. You know why?
Yeah, why?
This is going to actually be a clean finish. This is going to be a clean finish.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Gunther match where, statistically speaking, has always a high probability of a clean finish, and Goldberg, who has a high clean finish rate as well. We're going to see something go down, and it's going to be ripple effects. It's going to change the business. And you know what, as well? It's going to add a lot of hype for that heavyweight title. If Gunther wins, great. Gives him that nice push. If Goldberg wins, we're in uncharted territory, brother.
Oh my God, dude. Listen, as excited as I am for it, weirdly, when Goldberg threw that punch, brother was gassed after one punch. Go back and watch that. The man was huffing and puffing for air, which made me feel so happy because I think it's going to be under 6 minutes. I'm now feeling back. It's going to be under 6 minutes, man. It's going to be under 6 minutes, and I'm going to be drowning in those beautiful 10 gifted subs that I'm going to make sure you give it to me on Kick so I get 95% of the revenue.
Ew. It's going to be good, dude. It is a Saturday night main event worthy type of match because you could get it in between the segment. You can get it in between those commercials that
I
they
th-
run so much.
I think that's closing. You don't think that that's going to
Yeah,
close?
no, it's closing. It's gonna. They're gonna do entrances, and then the commercial's gonna happen during Gunther's. So Gunther's gonna come out. Commercial's gonna happen. When they come back from commercial, Goldberg comes out to the ring, and there's gonna be commercial free, and it's going to be electric. It's good. I hate being a broken record, Santi, but it is the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul of the WWE, and it's good. I had that feeling of, oh, one punch is all it takes for Mike Tyson to knock out Jake Paul. Oh, Mike Tyson's showing some life. And then that slowly waned. It's like you're a gift that you're so good for, that big smile you had, and then it slowly starts dissipating. But the thing is like, this match is not going to stick around that long. You know, it's not a 10, 15-minute match where you get to see the holes of Goldberg, that he's too old. It's going to be what it needs to be. 3 moves, 5 moves. But if it ends up with Goldberg putting him in a chokehold, if Gunther put him in a sleeper, that's insane. That's insane, because Goldberg had it say, okay, I'm down for that. There's no way, dude, knowing Goldberg, he's not going to get slept. There's just no way that's his final match. Powerbombed, yeah, maybe. Powerbomb to oblivion. Maybe he impales the ring post and he just like disappeared. Like he atomizes himself. Boom, and then no more Goldberg type of vibe. But I don't know. There's just no way.
I don't know, man. That's just like, dude, imagine that's it. All right, that's it for me. I'm gonna retire. He just he just disappears.
Or like that Simpsons where they couldn't finish the cartoon because they ran out of money, and the guy goes, "All right, I'm gonna go back to my people."
Yeah. Yeah, that was with the dog. I can't remember the name of the dog.
Yeah, the dog.
Itchy and Scratchy, and it's like the cool dog with glasses that's
Simpsons
voiced by
cool
Homer.
Dog character is Poochie.
Was it really just the simplest Poochie? Okay, all right, because that's what I had in my mind. I'm like, it can't be Itchy, Scratchy, and Poochie, but I guess, all right, it is what it is. There's a lot of people that are listening to this that have no idea what we're talking about, because that was a long time ago.
Always recycled to the extreme. Busted.
Oh,
always stay in character and no flirting with pretty moms to the extreme.
Dude, okay. Hang on.
Yes.
I need to confirm this Simpsons fact.
Okay.
Who is the only wrestler
Bret Hart.
Hang on. That is canonically related to Krusty the Krab?
The crab or clown?
Sorry, Krusty the Krab. I said Krusty the Clown. Yeah, I had SpongeBob in my brain. Okay, let me ask it again. Who is the only active professional wrestler that is canonically related to Krusty the Clown?
Active?
Active.
In WWE right now?
Not WWE. I'll give you that hint.
Oh, okay. Not WWE. In AEW?
Yeah. Canonically related to Krusty the Clown.
Jeff Jarrett?
No.
Oh, okay. What's the answer?
So I've got it right here. It is Jungle Boy is Krusty the Clown's nephew. Per season 4, episode 22 of The Simpsons, Luke Perry is Krusty the Clown's worthless half-brother, making Jungle Boy Krusty the Clown's worthless half-nephew. They had Luke Perry on The Simpsons actually portraying himself.
It's one of your Guess the Wrestler dumb videos where it goes all the way down to the wrestler that appeared on the 70s show.
But I think that's cool. But yeah, obviously we know about Bret Hart actually being in The Simpsons, but canonically, Jungle Boy, Real Glass, is related to Krusty the Clown.
Surprised Cody Rhodes hasn't been in The Simpsons. Wouldn't that be a prime spot for Cody Rhodes?
Dude, who cares if you're in The Simpsons now? It doesn't matter. It's Simpsons.
If I was in The Simpsons, I would care. Would you care? If Wrestling Was Cool was in it?
Yeah.
Now you just blew our opportunity.
I'm sorry, Matt Groening. I'm sorry, guys. By the way, Simpsons sucks now. It's so bad. I'm sorry. It is just a bad show.
It could have been a video that's playing in the comic book store. That's our fan base, the comic book guy.
Do you know that's the reason why Christopher Daniels named his move the best moonsault ever?
Yes.
Best
Yeah.
moonsault ever, comic book guy.
Yeah, they've been the comic guy. Be like, these guys don't know anything about professional wrestling. They're idiots.
Okay, so
Wrestling is cool.
we are weirdly both excited for the Goldberg match. I think that crowd's gonna be hot, dude. I think that crowd's gonna be hot for that match. Like genuinely, dude, it's moved 10,000
Backlash,
tickets.
backlash levels phenomenal, like the ring shaking.
No, no, no. It's an American crowd, but I think it's gonna be hot for Goldberg. It's his backyard, man. A lot of people in that area still probably hold near and dear the WCW days, right? Especially if we're gonna have some 40-plus-year-olds at that show, they're gonna be excited for Goldberg. Their excitement's probably going to be infectious with, like, if they're bringing their kids or family members. I think it's gonna be a loud atmosphere for Goldberg. Yes, Sancho.
Yeah, so Sancho West from Wrestling is cool. Is Guy Fieri the Goldberg of the cooking world?
I hate that I know exactly what your logic is. I hate that I know exactly where you're coming from. Because the answer is yeah, absolutely. Guy Fieri is the Goldberg of cooking.
Hell yeah, dude! You know you're gonna be in for a good time when he shows up wherever he pops up. You're like, dude, this food's gonna be gas.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just know it's like a spear. It's like, yeah, it's Flavor Town. You know, the spear's like Flavor Town, bro.
Hell yeah, dude! Come on, brother.
Who's the Julia Child? She's the woman that uses an insane amount of butter in all of her cooking.
Oh man. I don't know. Julia Child just confuses me because just her vibe is like, oh.
Yeah, she's very Mickey Mouse.
Tony Storm, maybe? Because Tony Storm is vintage.
Yeah, they're both very vintage. Yeah. But I was more talking about like the cooking with butter at all times. Who's cooking with butter right now in WWE? Who's overcooking with butter? Oh, Triple H. He loves overcooking those main events.
He does.
Dude, those Triple H main events are just Julia Child recipes. More butter.
You're putting over my YouTube channel.
That's what I was
made
going
a video
for.
about it.
I was setting you up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, check it out, dude. I actually went through almost every.
The video is ass. Don't go to it.
Oh, no. But it was really good. Like the way I was able to and I show every single one. Like boom, boom, ref bump, Solo Sikoa interference. Jey Uso comes in,
butter.
Ref bump.
Butter.
But yeah, ref bump. It's insane. And then when it gets like, I think the issue with this booking is like it's like coming back again. Like they want to create that in-game vibe with all these characters. It's like just because a character appears in a program for a bigger feud, that doesn't mean they need to appear in the finale. I think that's the trap that we're falling into, and that we had that big issue for me when it comes to Night of Champions. It's like, why is Sammy and Penta in this? Like, it's worked out for Monday Night Raw, that when that follow-up where you had Penta, Sammy, and Jay and LA Knight, and they were all there, worked really well. But I feel something that kind of booking works episodically. It works really well for television, for TV shows. But when it comes to the main event, the movie, the PLE, it has to have a definitive, strong ending. And I think a lot of the times these B-level PLEs tend to not have that definitive endings. And even the big four are slowly not having that. I was shocked to see the way the main event was booked for 3 years lately. It's like they sit in the thing and they have like, oh, we gotta have a ref bump in these Roman, like that I think his name is Dan, takes some craziest bumps in Roman Reigns matches. Like I've seen Roman spear that dude, Superman punch that dude back into that dude. One time he went out of the ring and he hit his leg on the ropes very awkwardly and he fell down and he was holding his groin. I was like, wow, that's a big injury there.
Yeah. Why not? We go back to the beginning of the show, man. Selling that dick injury.
You gotta sell it. But yeah, check out the video, man. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of like I'm slowly exploring things and like I'm in that world is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know,
I think you should be fully in, dude. I know we've talked about this before, man, but like I look at the numbers that your YouTube videos do versus the amount of people that are subscribed, and I see nothing but potential there, man. So, I think that's where you should be putting a ton of your effort into wrestling content. That's just me.
So why do you want me to? You don't want me in a thumbnail?
Listen, man. just like all of the other dinosaurs, you're just not on the T-Rex's level. The
Deal.
Santi's got to pose. You know how it is. You understand the show's got to end with Santi posing. The show's got to start with Santi posing. I have to get people whose butts in seats, and I have to make sure that the crowd goes home happy. And Sancho, the fact of the matter is that you just are not the same level of draw as Santi at the moment. You know, you get your wrestling channel views up, you get those wrestling stream views up, then all of a sudden, you know what? You go from undesirable to undeniable, and I have no choice as booker, not T, but of the show, to put you on the thumbnail. I think there's a path for you there, but like, hey kid, it's just not your time. It's just not your time, kid.
I'm getting pops though.
What?
I'm getting pops though.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? Eugene got pops too. He was really, really over. He really over in the ruthless aggression era. Dude, he won Kurt Angle's gold medal. He had a match against Triple H at SummerSlam. You could get to Eugene levels of over. And I think that'd be a pretty good little spot for you.
I would have taken Santino. I would have taken
Nah,
Pretty Deadly.
you're Eugene.
No,
Eugene.
don't do that to me. No.
Dude, technically a Nepo baby. He was a storyline Eric Bischoff's nephew. The only reason he got that job.
Let me be the fake Undertaker, at least to you. You're Santi, I'm fake Santi. Can I just have that at least? Can they be? Can we have, sir, a Grande Americano versus a Grande Americano at SummerSlam? I want this match. Yes.
Listen, Kevin Nash had to start as a wizard at one point, and you have to start as Eugene if you want to get onto the thumbnail.
Can we talk about Grande Americano?
You're done with Eugene? You don't want to keep diving further?
No, I don't want to be Eugene. Rick Boogs. I'll take Rick Boogs. I'll be the Rick Boogs to your Nakamura. I could be so many things. I would be the Hornswoggle to your Fit Finley.
Yeah, but see, like, I'm just so sold on Eugene right now, brother.
I hate you because you're the Santi Slammers. The brain rot starts sleeping in. Like, no,
they're gonna brand you as the Eugene of wrestling at school.
I've been told that I am the Shawn Michaels and you're the Marty Jannetty.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, but like I said, everyone has to start somewhere.
Grande Americano.
Yeah, let's talk about El Grande Americano.
You know what I want?
What's going on there?
You know what I want? I want every wrestler to be Grande Americano. I want more Grande Americanos. I want a Spider-Verse of Grande Americanos where there's so many different versions, yes, of Grande Americanos to the point where we have a battle royale of all Grande Americanos. And then we're going to get a battle royale and it's going to come down to Kaiser and Gable like Grande Americanos. And we're going to figure out who is the ultimate Grande Americano. And this is what I think is missing from wrestling. Now, I know a lot of people don't enjoy the origins of Grande Americano, that he's from the Gulf of America, that he uses AI for his vignettes, that he is disrespecting luchadors and things of that sort. I get that. But we are stumbled upon a funny aspect of wrestling that could be exploited to be a fun time for not only the wrestlers, but for us, the fans, because he has now become like a Spider-Man, where it's not who is Spider-Man, who is underneath. He's the mask is Grande Americano. And that to me is intriguing. And I think if they really want to push this forward, put Apollo Crews, put like a variety of different people that are clearly completely different from the Chad Gable version, and give us a Grande Americano that is not, he's like a what's the word? Like a mask, you know, like in the movie, Jim Carrey, The Mask. You put it on and you turn into Grande Americano type of vibe. You may be wondering, Sancho, you hate the Wyatt Six. You hate Supernatural. No. The Wyatt Six are not executing Supernatural correctly. The Wyatt Six are wanting to be a Wyatt family type of like, but they're not been given that baton and they're not doing that correctly. Grande Americano is literally another wrestler and it is working. People love it. You love it. I love it. It's a draw. And I think it's going to work if they keep it going. Like, don't kill off Grande Americano. They have something here. Keep it going.
I mean, dude, let's make Ivy Nile an El Grande Americano.
Yes,
Dude,
that's what I'm talking
I don't
about.
hate it.
It'd be sick.
I don't hate the idea of just every other week somebody else is donning the mask and we have an El Grande Americano verse. That'd be genuinely hilarious. I think that would be so good. I don't think that they're gonna do that. I think it's
It's too
literally like
creative.
Chad is hurt, give this to somebody else. I think it's just gonna be as simple as that. I do love the idea, right? Like it's not about the man or the woman behind the mask. It's about what the mask symbolizes, right? That's what it should be, you know? Like it's not about Bruce Wayne. It's not about the Batman. It's about what the bat symbolizes in Gotham.
Yes. Yes. And Grande Americano symbolizes to me kayfabe, right? It is the epitome of kayfabe right in front of our eyes. We know that allegedly that's Ludwig Kaiser. We
Allegedly.
know allegedly that it's Chad Gable, but we all play to it, right? We all get the joke and we're all in on it. We play along. And I think that's what's messing with wrestling. The idea of just play along with it. Go down this ride. Don't overanalyze it. Don't put so much layers on top of it. Just ride with it and see where it goes and see what happens, Santi, when you use the word surrender to a storyline. Surrender to that this Grande Americano is the same dude. All the commentary of Corey Graves saying, like, yeah, dude, he's very limber, he's flexible, he stretched it out. Like all that stuff is hilarious to me, and all that stuff just adds more to the acceptance of it. You know what this reminds me of though?
What?
Tony Storm. Classic Tony Storm, timeless Tony Storm, where she was believing that she was an actress and she was from vintage Hollywood, and the AEW went in on it when they went it black and white, and they gave her these old vintage promos, and they gave her everything that they wanted to, right? The style of the press conferences, her answers, they went all in, into that, and even the commentators went all in, and it paid off for them. So go all in with Grande Americano on this idea that anyone could don the mask.
I think it's a funny idea that putting on the mask all of a sudden gives you a new moveset, like it did with allegedly Ludwig Kaiser doing things that, like, hey, this is not what Ludwig Kaiser would traditionally do, which just does add to the mystique and the silliness and the goofiness of the character of El Grande Americano. We've both been very vocally positive and in favor of the El Grande Americano gimmick and character, so I'm glad that they're not letting it die simply because Chad Gable is not there, because it's weirdly Chad Gable being hurt and them continuing the El Grande Americano shtick allows us to play into it even more. It allows the dumb gimmick to get over even more with crowds as they entrench themselves even more. See, how could it be Chad Gable? He just had surgery. It leads to really, really just funny moments between wrestling fans as we sell ourselves into the wackiness of the situation. And, you know, we were looking at, you know, what's going on with your tweet and the T-Rex, and I was like, man, I wish this is what wrestling was, where we could all just be on the wink wink nod nod side of things, where like we're all shaking hands and we're all in on it, playing along. And I think that's what we're getting here. You know, the T-Rex conversation is kind of happening here with El Grande Americano in the real sentiment in WWE. And I feel like wrestling organizations, even including the WWE, for a long time have been scared of this type of thing that requires people to really, really lose themselves into what they're trying to sell with very little expectations of, hey, this isn't realistic. Like, that's fine. It doesn't have to be realistic. This is just fun, and we can sell ourselves into fun really easily.
I would love Ivy Niles Grande Americano, as you point out. That'd be so cool. And she was Grande Americano in the Battle Royale. That'd be so dope. That'd be amazing. And then it's like, oh, Grande Americano did in the Battle Royale. And just keep going with it. Keep leaning into it. I know Brutus stupidly was like, oh, hey, Chad is hurt. How is that possible?
Moron.
You know what I mean? But that's just a signal of those people who point it out, right? Who reveal the joke, and you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
man.
like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're ruining the fun. You're ruining the fun.
Don't be that.
Yeah, it's kind of like maybe even an allegory of like those people that are like, you know, wrestling is fake, right? It's like, dude, we know. Shut up. We're like, let us play along into this. You know what? Like, I want to talk about that real quick. I still think it's weird that, like, this is still like the one piece of fictional storytelling media that like people have to say is fake. Like I just don't hear people saying that about like movies, freaking comic books, Broadway plays. It still bothers me that like it's like, dude, imagine being so corny and lame that after the end of Avengers Endgame, you're out there at the theater saying like, you guys know that was fake, right? You fucking loser, shut up. We know.
Can you
just
do
want to
that?
throw that back out there.
Why don't you make TikToks of you and Instagram's reels and be like, oh, I saw Superman last week. Yeah, it's fake, right? It's not real. There's no such thing as
yeah, it's not real. It's fake. You know that's fake though, right? You know that Superman stuff, like that's not real. Like, it's scripted. You understand it's scripted, that he doesn't actually shoot laser beams out of his eyes. You know that, right?
Everybody knows that they all know the ending, right? That the ending's predetermined, right?
It's predetermined, man. Yeah, you could. Man, hey, Superman overbooked.
Gotta pose, dude.
Superman's gotta pose.
Doesn't want to put any other superhero over, brother.
I'm just saying, like, dude, imagine coming out of a Broadway play. You just came out of watching Hamilton. It's like, you know that wasn't Hamilton, right? You know that wasn't actually Hamilton.
Dude, I just figured out in my new banger of a tweet. I have to tweet out, Superman. I can't believe Superman is so overbooked in movies. He's always got to be book strong. Doesn't want to put any other superheroes over. Just put the same thing over.
Just do the same thing, man. Just do the same thing. Dude, Superman's got to pose. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Oh, man.
I'm excited for that movie. I bought a popcorn bucket. I'm all in, dude. I love it. I love the idea of Superman being this is my son's Superman. And
I feel like, man, movies are it's that summer blockbuster time. Like we just went and watched 28 Years Later. We're big fans of the.
Oh, you saw that thing, didn't you?
Oh, I saw the thing. You could lasso that thing around my neck, brother. And I turned to Sarah. I'm like, hey, could I get some of that rage virus?
Maybe being a zombie's not all that bad.
If you've seen 28 Years Later, you know what we're talking about. You know exactly. We don't need to be more specific than
Why
that.
do I love how every zombie movie has to figure out like a new layer of fear, and that is a layer of fear.
Can you imagine that thing chasing you?
Wait. Are you gonna bite me? Like, is that what's happening?
You don't know where to look. Life. You don't know if to make eye contact or not.
It's the way it stops you, dude. It stops you dead at your tracks.
We come right back to the beginning of the show, selling that dick injury, brother. Right back. Braun Breaker. Did you kind of feel like we're seeing a little bit?
Braun Breaker here.
Do you think we're seeing a little bit of that Braun Breaker breakout? Maybe not necessarily breaking away from Seth Rollins yet, but we're seeing more individualization of Braun Breaker within the group. Something that they tried to do for both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And I felt personally that it landed so much more with Braun Breaker than it did with Bronson Reed. It still feels like trying to create an individual identity for Bronson Reed still feels forced. Meanwhile, with Braun Breaker, it just feels a lot more natural. It's almost like we are being reaffirmed of our beliefs that, yeah, this is clearly the guy for the future. This is clearly the guy that they're going to super push to the moon, multiple WrestleMania main events. But I'm not seeing any of that anywhere near close from Bronson Reed. I don't think that Braun Breaker is breaking out anytime soon from this faction. I still think we're a year plus from that actually happening. I think that once the breakout happens, it's Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. And I don't think that that's the plan for this upcoming WrestleMania. But then again, there's potentially 2 WrestleManias next year. So who the hell knows?
I enjoy the idea that they're giving them personality. I think it was a crucial part of it because we criticized last week that they were falling on the wayside, that they were getting downgraded. But now that they're giving the microphone to him, or he took the microphone away, I think that's huge for Braun Breaker. It reminds us that he can go on the mic when he's needed. And for Bronson Reed, I think it's about him being intimidating them with the tsunamis. And it's not quite there yet. But it established to me that they can be an Evolution 2.0. That it's not just Seth Rollins calling the shots. you're creating the personalities, because when Evolution 2.0 really started to take form is when Randy and Batista tried to show their own sides, and then you have Ric Flair on top of that. For me, I don't think it was a moment of like, oh, Braun Breaker is breaking out in that kind of a way. For me, it's just them fleshing out this faction a little bit more, giving them a little bit more to stand on beyond just barking and things of that sort, and just following Seth's orders. In fact, like I kind of think about it, it's like a new big three. It's like the LeBron, Wade, and Chris Bosh type of vibe that they're kind of put together. Like it feels overpowered that this faction is together. And how are they going to share the ball? How are they going to share the spotlight? That's always been interesting, because Braun Breaker is interesting. When I talked about how Seth Rollins, when I did another video talking about the fourth member, and they're like, oh man, Braun Breaker, there's so many people saying he didn't need to be in this faction. Other people like he needed to be in this faction. And I still believe that he is definitely a megastar for sure. And he has that ability to do that. But do you think that this is the right path to do it for him, to be in a faction? Because I feel like the other way around would have been that he would have been that guy that just shows up to have a feud. And the way he was being booked as a singles guy, from what I remembered, he was great on the microphone, but the in-ring was weird, right? We talked about that it didn't match his style and his badass attitude that he had in segments and in the ring promos, and him showing up the leather jacket and being that intimidation in the backstage. And then when he got in ring, he wouldn't dominate people as easily. He would have his moments, but he wouldn't easily put someone out like a Gunther would.
Mm-hmm. I think it's necessary, because if we get more of what we got on Monday, right? Because we didn't just get the promo, we got like the backstage of like, man, what are we gonna do about Kross? He kind of made me look like a little bitch out there. Like, I think people are gonna think that I can't do that to Sami Zayn. Like, we saw more of that personality, a little bit of like self-consciousness almost of his like,
yes.
Man, are people not gonna think I'm that badass? I like that. And with him and Penta, like, dude, I don't get these finger things that he's doing. They're stupid. We're getting more of that personality from Braun Breaker that isn't just the big, brooding, scary, badass dude. Big, brooding, scary, silent, badass dude is what they did with Solo Sikoa, and that didn't work. It only worked until they made him the complete opposite of that. So the fact that they're already this early on allowing Braun Breaker to have a little bit more freedom with his personality and not just being a tool for Seth Rollins to use, to me, does spell that they're going to do this right. Because had he been a single star, I do think that it would have eventually gotten there. But I've seen this story play out before. And the story, the way that it plays out, is with student having to now fight the mentor. Not the mentors, like from Harry Potter, the mentor. If it was Braun Breakers versus the mentors, that'd be crazy. Book that. The Dementor. It feeds you gruel. Shout out to Prison Mike. Because I see the end path being a massive match with Seth Rollins, I'm already sold on this. I know it's going to work. I just know it's going to work. But doing it, him by himself, working through everybody, eventually facing Seth Rollins, I almost feel like that is less organic and more force-fed by WWE, which can work. This feels like we're going to get to that inevitable blow-off between those two in a more organic way that I think fans will resonate more with, will relate to more with, and will pop more for. Just wait for that moment, right? Like when when Braun will finally push Seth, right? It's what happened with Sami Zayn in the Bloodline, right? We were waiting for that moment. Sure, could you have built Sami Zayn on his own to eventually face Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber? Sure, the match would have been good, but it wouldn't have been anywhere near as hype. But we're going to eventually build to that moment where the fans want Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker won't break. He'll stick with Seth Rollins, but eventually he'll snap and the pop will be insane and we'll build to WrestleMania. And that is a formula that, Sancho, I think WWE is batting 100% with. It works every time. 60% of the times, it works every time.
Sex Panther. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, man. I think Monday Night Raw was a good milestone for that faction. They came out They said that they were gonna destroy everybody, and then they did. They said like, and I said at the very beginning of my watch party, I was like, they're gonna win tonight. It's not gonna be a good day for the baby faces. They're gonna get all destroyed. And I think that's what made that show good. It was an opening moment. It was like a YouTube video. They started the video saying, this is what's gonna happen in our video. And then they delivered exactly what they wanted to do in that video. And then they had a surprise moment at the end of the episode that made us go, oh wow, I want to tune in for Saturday night's main event. So I like it, and it's good to know that there is a faction out there that could be a big bad for them, and that they're always there. They've appeared on almost every Monday Night Raw ever since they debuted, and I like that.
I like that too. However, I wish that it seems like it's every summer. Have you noticed that it's always like faction versus baby faces and different variation every single week for the entire summer? It's like Raw always just sort of devolves into this every single summer for the last 3 years. It's I know what you did last summer. Yeah, they're bringing that movie back, by the way.
But it feels different compared to Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, right? There's like a different vibe to that. Jacob Fatu is going to be the solo guy going up against the new MFT. By now, my family tree crypto. No, I have no idea. But it looks so different compared to that, because that I'm not too excited for. And I think it's because Solo Sikoa is not a strong boss, but he's not booked that way. He's not supposed to be this overbearing Solo Sikoa final boss, mid boss type of vibe. He's supposed to be a weak boss that he's surrounding himself with strong characters. But when I look into that, is JC Mateo going to be the guy? Is Tala Tonga going to be that vibe? Is Tongaloa going to be that guy to make me go, ooh, I'm excited to see Jacob Fatu work through these guys? No, not necessarily. But if someone worked through a Bronson Reed, a Braun Breaker to get to Seth Rollins, that'd be huge. And that's what I like about this faction. It feels like a feat to go up against. Whereas Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, it's clear as day that Jacob Fatu is over like OP. And it's a formality going through all the other ones, and it's just a numbers game. And if Jacob Fatu evens out the numbers, because that's another trope that the WWE does. Oh, I'm outnumbered. Time to get the band together. Who am I going to recruit? Oh, I get Jimmy. Jimmy's in part of it. If he gets Jay, that'd be cool. But I'm not too much of that in that boat as much as I'm in the boat of the Vision faction and the Oracle. I am no longer the wise man. I am the Oracle.
You think he just Googled different ways to say wise man or like smart person or people that
he should just call himself the Oracle? What is the? Let me see. Let me look at the.
I know
SEO
there's a video game,
Oracle.
Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Legend of Zelda on the Game Boy. I had Oracle of Seasons, if anyone cares. They were same but different type of game.
He's a character in the Matrix, the Oracle.
The Oracle, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, they do they do the version of the Oracle in Scary Movie 3. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
They go to visit the Oracle. It's oh my god, famous comedian. I can't remember his name. And he's talking about the little girl. Yeah, she used to do really messed up. She used to scare the horses, scare the puppies, hide the remote. Really sick shit.
It was Queen Latifah.
Wait, Queen Latifah's the... Oh, yeah, wait, hang on. Who's the one... No. Yeah, Queen Latifah is the Oracle.
You're thinking about the Architect.
The Architect.
Eddie Griffin.
Yes, yeah.
Eddie Griffin. Yeah, the Oracle is the thing that Neo visits.
Yes,
Goes to that apartment and then teaches him to bend the spoon.
That's Queen Latifah in Scary Movie 3. Yes, you're right.
Bend the spoon. Talk about a movie franchise that just bit it, dude. The Matrix. What a hot start the Matrix was.
Dude, the first 3 Matrixes are amazing. I love the first 3 Matrixes. It's such a great trilogy. 1 and 2 are by far the best, but I even like 3.
Revolutions.
I like them all.
Did you feel that your mind was changed when the Matrix entered your world as a young lad? You're like, wait a minute. All this is a simulation. I
think I'm happy that the Matrix came out when I was younger. Had it come out when I was like an adult, I think it would have hindered my life. I think it would have damaged me. I think I would have like, oh my god, bro, what pill would I take? I don't know. I think it would have ruined my brain as an adult. I'm glad I watched it as a kid.
I don't know. I liked Cypher, dude. Ignorance is bliss. I know the stake's not real, but
would you choose to wake up If you have it good, didn't. Ah, man, keep me in
I
here,
oh,
brother. Keep me in
I
here.
I'm of the mind is that in the Matrix, the theory is that man created that for themselves. Like they made the deal with the robots, the AI, to put them in that state so they could, live peacefully rather than dealing with everything. But dude, when he wakes up and he's surrounded by that field of all this, what a crazy idea, dude. I love the world of the Matrix and then the Nebuchadnezzar being in that ship and going through all those tunnels and all that. But then when you look at where they really live in the sewers and all that, like, man, that life looks awful.
Yeah,
No
I'd rather.
video games.
Yeah, man, I'd rather be in the Matrix, brother. Don't
Is there
wake
pro
me up.
wrestling in the is there pro wrestling in the IRL or there's pro wrestling in the Matrix?
Yeah, dude, I'm happy to exist in the Matrix. If Wrestling is Cool podcast and our Patreon exists in the Matrix, don't wake me up. All right, I like what we've got going here. I like wake Sancho up. Get him out of here. Wake his ass up.
Jesus. I was beginning to believe.
Dude, what if you wake up and the first thing that you see is one of the alphas from 28 years later?
Wait, if you bite me, do I end up like that? No.
Okay, let's move on here. We have Drew McIntyre is back in the WWE.
Speaking of 28 days later,
Yeah. He is an alpha, right?
He is the alpha.
Drew McIntyre is back in the WWE, immediately inserted in a program with Randy Orton. I'm just kind of curious to ask you, with Roman and Cody Rhodes playing major roles in Street Fighter, at least I'm assuming Guile's a big role. That's a big character in Street Fighter. I would assume.
Yeah, he's like,
I gotta assume it's a big character. I don't think it's gonna be
unless it's a Ryu-based story.
I don't know. You gotta have Guile be an important character, in my opinion. Let's presume that it's an important role where we're going to lose Cody and Roman Reigns. Not that we ever had Roman for a while after SummerSlam. What do you want Drew McIntyre's role to be here? Like, do you see Drew McIntyre going after Cena? Do you see Drew McIntyre going after Jacob Fatu when Jacob Fatu inevitably wins the U.S. title? They had a little face-off on SmackDown. I wasn't happy about that. Like, man, Drew McIntyre in the mid-card. Let's not do that again. Perennial main eventer, keep him there. But I'm kind of curious where you think things are going to go versus where you want things to go with Drew McIntyre.
Because the more I think about Drew's performance, it is so strong. And when you see him in the mid card, you just look at it and go, you don't belong here, man. You deserve to be up there with the big dogs. And it's not like an LA Knight situation because LA Knight is yet to prove that he belongs with the big dogs. I mean, he has his moments and he does do pretty well, but he hasn't dominated as well as Drew McIntyre, who was able to do such great things with CM Punk. I'm hoping that he gets to be with John Cena at some point. I think he would benefit being around him, at least helping him, being a tag team as a heel with him would be cool. The biggest strength of Drew McIntyre is he says what I think. I was so annoyed with Randy Orton going out there. It's like, I hesitated and you didn't hesitate, and I respect that, Cody. I'm like, why are you massaging Cody's? Did you forget, Randy, that you went out and grabbed the chair and exposed the turnbuckle to try to do the wrong way to win? Did you forget that? Did Cody forget that? No, they were like, oh, I love you. You love me. Let's go. And then he comes out, he's like, oh, you hang up. No, you hang up. Bunch of betas. I love that. That's what Drew McIntyre's at his strength. But I do feel that they got to give him some dubs and they got to get him out of that picture. And I do think he's going to win. We're going to do a prediction video later, but I do think he's going to win Saturday night's main event because he can't lose. He needs some firepower, man. And even if he loses and Randy is a heel after the day, fine. But I feel bad for him because I feel like he's a great talent in the wrong time. Because his time to shine was during the pandemic, and that's a bummer that it was. And he did great things there. And one of my favorite Royal Rumble performances in 2020 was the reason why I absolutely love Drew. And now there's no room for him, dude. There's no room for him in Raw. There's no room for him on SmackDown, unfortunately. Why not make him the heavyweight title? And I mean, I know you want me to feed this fantasy of LA Knight, but I wouldn't be mad if it was Drew McIntyre versus Gunther. Wouldn't be mad.
Wouldn't be mad either. It'd be revisiting stuff Gunther has already done. Granted, it was during the IC title run as opposed to the World Heavyweight Championship run. So I'm still of the mind that I want to see Gunther versus the main eventers of Raw. You know, like, this is the main event title. Why aren't the main eventers of Raw going after this thing? So I want Gunther versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins before we start going into the old bag of tricks that we know works for Gunther, like the Sheamuses, the Drew McIntyres of the world. I think Drew McIntyre versus John Cena is a fascinating affair. The heel versus heel, I think, works. We've seen that Drew McIntyre has been the main event of all the other Clash and Castle events. Maybe it's Drew McIntyre versus Cena at Clash in Paris. I wouldn't hate that. I think that would be a dope atmosphere. And you don't have to change much about Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre plays the, quote, justified heel. So he can play the role of a babyface without being a babyface, without being the type of like, hey, you hang up. No, you hang up. I think he can, he absolutely does not have to change a single thing about his character to play the moral voice in the feud against John Cena. So I personally would love for that to be the pivot if Cody Rhodes does go away for a little bit after SummerSlam and doesn't win the WWE Championship and they decide to run with more Cena. I want it to be like almost immediately Drew McIntyre as early as Clash in Paris for John Cena.
You want John Cena to count down his days? And then
What's
all of a sudden, he's like in 15, right?
Oh man,
he's around there now.
Yeah, man, he's getting down there.
And then you hear the Broken Dream song hit.
Overrated theme song, by the way, and I know that's gonna get everybody mad. I've always said it's overrated. It's a good song. I don't think it's a good entrance.
Piano version. Everything's better if it's orchestral or piano.
I mean, I don't hate the song. I don't hate the song. I just don't think it's a good entrance theme.
The Fire Burns plays with the piano. Better than this. That's what you like. He is a T-Rex. He comes out. He does his little T-Rex hands.
He does do T-Rex hands. Yeah, that's always like it's like my opinion that I know I'm in the minority, like how I don't like Breath of the Wild. I don't like Broken Dreams. And I know I'm probably wrong. It's just not my cup of tea.
You know who should have came out to the Jurassic Park theme song? Braun Strowman.
Do you think, is Jurassic Park a horror movie?
It can be.
It's got all the tropes, right?
Best. Yeah, when it's at its best, it's a horror movie. When it's not at its best, when it's a kaiju movie. When it's a kaiju movie, like in Lost World, it doesn't work well. You know, it's more of like a 1v1 type of situation. This thing is trying to hunt you down. That's what put the T-Rex over, bro. When the T-Rex went in, break stuff and posed. And then that banner fell. It says the rule the world. Someone should put that music when like the T-Rex roars at the very end of the first Jurassic Park. People talk about the Brontosaurus, you know, but the Brontosaurus is not even a real dinosaur. Did you know that?
It's not?
No, the Brontosaurus is not a real. It's not a real dinosaur. It was a mistake. They accidentally. It's more of a Brachiosaurus. The Brontosaurus is not real. Look it up.
Dude, that's crazy. I don't care enough to look it up. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Are you still excited for this? Do you want Randy?
You probe me with these questions, and then you want me to give my take, and it's the exact same take as you, and people go, Sancho's takes are stupid. Like Sancho said, I agree. He said I hit the nail on the head. Why are you mad at me?
Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. I want Randy in the triple threat. I've already said this before. I've already said this, but now like I'm less convinced that that's going to be the case, because something has to give at Saturday night's main event between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. If I want Randy to be in that triple threat, Randy Orton can't lose. If I want Drew McIntyre to have like a good spot in the main event scene, he can't lose either. So what the hell is the play there between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre? Is it? I don't know, dude. Is it going to? Are they going to continue that, and that's going to be a SummerSlam feud? I'm not interested in that personally. Give me Randy Orton in the triple threat. That's still what I want. Give me what I want, Sancho. I have no idea what your little hand puppetry that you're doing here. What is this? Is he kicking out? I have no idea. This is interpretive, and I don't know what I'm supposed to interpret. It's a podcast. Use your words. You think Roman Reigns is gonna get punted?
No, the punt kick's gonna happen at Saturday night's main event. That's what we're there for. They're gonna have to start leading with that. If you want Randy in the triple threat, he has to be a heel in that fight.
You want him in the triple threat too, though, right?
If that's what you want, Santi. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I get what I want. Yeah, you're right.
That's what you want.
Santi has to pose.
If Baby wants a binky, you get your RKO binky. But if Cody has to go, Randy would be a great surrogate for the American Nightmare. I mean, he'd be the one that will fill that void. You know, I'm surprised that American Nightmare hasn't got like more merch. He doesn't have a lot of merch if you really do think about it. Like John Cena had the wristbands, the headband, the hat. Like American Nightmare, I feel like should be more blankets, towels, toilet paper, everything.
You want to wipe your ass with the American Nightmare tattoo.
With adrenaline.
Yeah, man. You want every wipe? Do you want to feel all the adrenaline of every wipe? Adrenaline in my hole.
Whoa! I ate that food.
That it's Taco Bell
is going through me.
I made my whole house stink.
I ate it anyway. I love my food.
Oh man.
So what about Randy? Randy's gonna Randy, and Drew's always gonna get the short stick. That's what makes Drew. He's gonna complain. He has to complain about something. The only thing that makes Drew not cool is when Damian Priest says, "You always complain, wepa." Like that's not fun for me. Like that's not fun when you do that, Damian. Go away. We know that's what he does. Don't come out here and say, "Yeah, I'm sick and tired of you complaining."
I think it's the complaining that got him over as a heel. That's
the
thing. We like the complaining.
Let him complain. Let him be bored at work. Let him do all that kind of stuff. You know what? Maybe he does like an Office Space heel turn where he just stops caring. Like his,
he quiet quits.
Yeah. Quiet quitting. Yes.
I can tell you've quiet quit this podcast.
What?
Yeah, you've quiet quit.
That's not possible.
This episode, you've quiet quit. I ask you about Rain, you're like, well, whatever you want. You've quiet quit. You've quiet quit. I ask you about Randy, and you turn it about adrenaline in my whole toilet paper.
What do you want me to say? Randy got a Randy, dude. He's gonna come out. They're gonna sing his little diddle.
Hey, I'm Randy. I'm out here Randying.
I'm out here RKOing. Hey. Oh no, but I'm just like, sometimes when it comes down to people with plot armor, there's not much that's going to happen to them. What I did like about Randy is when he faced another person that has bigger plot armor. That's what's interesting about Randy Orton when he goes against John Cena. It's like, how the hell is Randy going to beat John Cena? Someone who has much stronger plot armor. And what did they do? They do 2 ref bumps. They did an RKO on one ref, and he RKOs Nick Aldis. He RKOs all the producers, and then he goes to get a punt kick, and then R-Truth stops him. Because I love it when you paint yourself into your corner. You have someone that's Randy Orton that has plot armor. How are you going to make him look weak or lose against someone who has bigger plot armor? They have to be super creative. Now, I know I made that video about things being overcooked, but I enjoyed it in that moment, how crazy it was that it had all that shenanigans, and it led to R-Truth saga. So as long as they could build up to something, I think it's a W. But when they lean on those tropes, that's where the problem is. But it's clear as day. Drew McIntyre has no plot armor.
None at all, man.
No, not at all. I mean, then that's what makes the dude was gone for X amount of weeks, kayfabe wise, because Damian Priest beat him in a cage match. When that man survived a cage match with
Make it make sense. You can go out the door.
Shh, Jesse. Shh. No, I'm gonna talk about it. In my day, we went up and over the cage. Dude, we should watch a Jesse Ventura match. I feel like we don't. I mean, I love our match club. We right now
predictable though with your voting.
What's currently right now, we're running a Women's Evolution Week in honor of women's wrestling that's happening, the Evolution. PLE join the Patreon, because not only you get access to the women's matches that we have that are going to go up this week, but we have over, I think, 300. It feels like 200 matches. So many matches, all different promotions. So Santi, and for those who don't know, we actually have our Patreons votes. We post in a week, and everybody votes once, and we get to have your say in what we watch, the content that we produce. So Santi, the Patreons this week were given a task to vote all women's wrestling from different promotions, even backyard wrestling. What do we have?
Well, the top voted matches are almost all WWE matches. Classic. But we got a couple backyard wrestling matches. We got Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong in there. I hope that one breaks the top 5, because I've heard that that's an excellent match.
La Hydra?
0 votes for La Hydra. Both La Hydra matches that are on here, 0%. I told you when we were making this, I'm like, Sancho, just stop. He's pushing so hard for these La Hydra matches. I'm like, they're gonna get no votes. And
I'm surprised she was not at Worlds Collide, brother. She should have been at Worlds Collide.
I tried to add a Stardom match. You see what the top comments are? Women's Week with no Stardom because you wanted La Hydra. Just want to clarify that I tried to add a Stardom match and Sancho added 2 La Hydra matches. So when you look at the comments section, and you're complaining that there's no Stardom, just know it's not me. It's Sancho has to always pose. Sancho must pose when it comes to Match Club. He got La Hydra. Right. No one voted for it, and I've been vindicated as correct. Should have done Stardom. That's it, right? But hey, I'm Sancho. I'm out here Sanchoing. That's how it goes. Sancho, are you going to be watching All In?
Not live. I'm not going to do a watch party because I would have my son that day, but I will watch it eventually. I feel like it'd be one of those moments that I need to know what happened on the other side. If they were being so hardly counter programmed, my gut tells me that the WWE knows something's going to drop or something's going to happen. That they wanted eyeballs off of it. So I'm morbidly curious to see what's going down over there. I think Moxley drops the title. I mean, he
has to, dude. There's no, dude. That is currently the worst thing going on in AEW. Moxley holding the title. He has to drop it here. He has to drop it on All In. This would be such a massive blunder. This is the easiest slam dunk booking wise that they've ever had to make. This is the easiest booking decision that they've ever had to make. Hangman is your next AEW champion, please.
What's the card? Give me the card.
So right now there's only 8 matches. However, All In historically has been famous.
Low for AEW.
Well, I was gonna say All In historically loves adding like 4 or 5 matches like a couple of days before, and a lot of them will get added to the pre-show. The pre-show is usually like pretty awesome with AEW shows. Like they'll have like actual matches on the pre-shows. But
we're talking about AEW. I'm gonna skip.
Listen, we waited till 1:37. So it's like we've snuck in your vegetables into your food, or like a dog. We've put in the pill in a little block of cheese. We've snuck in some AEW into your diet. We've got Timeless Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. That match is gonna rule. I think that match is absolutely going to rule. Here's the thing. I don't know if this was for like title for title, because Mercedes Moné has more titles, I'd be certain Toni Storm is winning. But like, I think that they're going to give everything to Mercedes Moné. I think she's
the belt collector, dude.
Yeah, I think she's going to win that. John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page in what's now a Texas death match. That's going to be bloody, dude. That is going to be bloody. These are 2 guys that aren't afraid to shed blood, and you put them together in a Texas death match in Texas. Ooh, brother, someone going to die. We got, hopefully not, knock on wood, Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. Come on, brother. Come on. Here's the thing. It's going to pale in comparison to their previous matches, but it's still going to be amazing. It's still going to absolutely melt our faces. Then we've got the Casino Gauntlet matches for both the men's and the women's. Both of them are like for a future AEW World Championship match. Historically, those matches are always solid. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. I still, like, they've been telling a good story there. That match is going to rule, like, just based on talent that's in there, right? And there are stipulations where, like, if the Young Bucks lose, they get stripped of the EVP titles, right? And they've been using that to their advantage for a really long time. But if Swerve and Ospreay lose, Ospreay and Strickland, they cannot challenge for the AEW World Championship for a whole year, which I think would be crazy because those are two of your biggest names. You gotta have them in their championship picture. Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher for the AEW TNT Championship. That's just going to be an awesome match, like genuinely, like just in terms of the talent that's there. And then the Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed versus the Patriarchy. Patriarchy just recently got added to this match. That's right. I keep up with my AEW.
We hurt
people. Yeah, man. Like it's a fun card. Really, really fun card. I think John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page is going to be their version of Bloodline Rules. Like, there's so many different people that could get involved in that match. Like, I think we're in double digits in terms of people that make sense. You know, all of Blackpool Combat Club, Swerve, Ospreay, the Young Bucks.
The Death Riders.
I know. I still call them that. Like, it's still stuck in my head. I say Blackpool Combat Club because I think there's a possibility of Brian Danielson getting involved in this. Like there's a bunch of women, right? Willow Nightingale, Marina Shafir. Like there's so many different names that could be involved in this match. I'd be curious what the final count of interference is in this match because I think it could maybe reach double digits.
What do you think is their ace up their sleeve? Do you think they have one, or they're just gonna let their talent do the best show that they have? I still have the back of my mind, like what's on the table that they could pull out that the WWE does not expect them to do.
I don't know that they have that. I think their ace up their sleeve is going to be Danielson in the main event. I think that's going to be their big ace up their sleeve, or Swerve being the reason why Hangman wins when they hate each other so much. Having that story coalesce with Swerve Strickland helping Adam Page hold that world championship when Swerve Strickland would rather die than allow Adam Page become the next champion. I think that's a great story there as well.
Because I think AEW does do great stories, like you just mentioned. My favorite is Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes.
So good.
We have that at Match Club, and he's like, I came here looking for a tag team partner, but I think what I really need was just my brother. It was so good, dude. I think that they have that ability. I think it's like one of those things though. Like we're content creators, or is our job converting new people? Is our job converting fans that don't know who we are? AEW, is their job to convert new WWE fans? Is their job just to find indie wrestling fans, right? It's interesting to me. I think their job now that they're realizing is just to cultivate and grow the AEW fan base so that the AEW fan base could tell, hey man, I know you like wrestling, dude, All-In was great. You should check that out. And then it continues to grow because their first wave of customers, Santi, and their viewers was fans who are just de facto or defunct WWE fans. Tired of the product. I love wrestling. I don't like WWE's booking. I don't love WWE's production. I don't like Vince McMahon. I'm out. I'm done with that, right? All that was built up. And then when Triple H came back, all those people that jumped ship instantly almost came back. And now they were, AEW is left with this core audience that they've always had of the Ring of Honor, the indie scene. So now they're rebuilding and growing and surging again. So that's what I'm hoping for that All-In does, is like those sleeper agents that are like, hey, I liked AEW in the past and I jumped ship to WWE. What's going on over there? I mean, because you have to look at it. We love Penta. Penta's an AEW dude. And Penta's awesome.
And he didn't become awesome in WWE. He was awesome over there.
He was awesome in AEW. Ray Phoenix, awesome in AEW, and he's slowly coming around here.
Better in AEW right now as of the making of this.
Yes. Ethan Page, AEW.
Better here. Better in WWE.
Oh, of course. But yeah. Ricky's saying it's like there's like a lot of that talent that we're benefiting as well. And now we're going to get Blake Monroe. So there is a benefit to having AEW be strong. And there is a benefit for this show to pop off. I'm hoping that the WWE realizes counter programming and investing in that angle is just you're hurting yourself more than anybody. You're hurting your talent, and you're investing in something that does not need to happen. You think AEW is going to go away anytime soon? They could be down to 10 fans. They don't care. They could keep
The
on.
Khan family fortune broke. So long as that exists, so long as Tony Khan wants to have a wrestling company. Bro, like they're not struggling. They got TV deals with major companies. They're doing great. They're doing great. Like if you try and compare it directly to WWE, it's obviously a significantly smaller organization, but like they're in the rearview mirror of WWE, right? Like this is not a small little indie rinky dink bingo hall wrestling organization. This is they've done 80,000+ people before. Wembley. They're about to do a huge show here in Texas. TV deals. This is a healthy wrestling organization. And that, as a wrestling fan, even if you only watch WWE, right? You should want this. You should want this healthy environment because it will force WWE to be better. Like you said, it gives talent from AEW that maybe wants to seek greener pastures in WWE and vice versa, the ability to be able to do so, which allows fans to get introduced, like those names to like the Pentas of the world, Ray Phoenix, Blake Monroe, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Jade Cargill. That those names wouldn't be here. Cody Rhodes, if it weren't for the existence of AEW. AEW is such an important piece to the puzzle as a wrestling fan. Like so important. And it's such a shame that it's become this conversation amongst wrestling fans of like, you have to pick one, right? It's Xbox 360 or PS3, pick one. You can just be a wrestling fan, brother. You absolutely can be a wrestling fan. And being a wrestling fan, you should want a successful AEW All-In.
Imagine, dude, in a different world, we would have been going. We said we were going to go. I said I was going to go.
I wanted to go. But the counter programming worked on us, at least. Here we are.
We just got Fortnited, dude.
Explain
you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Sure. A new game hits, and you're like, ooh, I want to dip my toes into that new game pool. And then Fortnite releases a new update that you have no choice to cover as a content creator for Fortnite. And here you are covering the new seasonal update when you could have been playing that new game. But you can't because your audience loves Fortnite. And you can't, Santi, because your audience loves WWE.
I know.
You just got Fortnited.
I did. I got Fortnited. I should get that tattooed.
The Battle Bus?
Ooh.
Right on the tramp stamp?
Ooh.
Where you're dropping.
That's what says right above my butt. Where am I dropping? Oh man. You love doing this podcast with me. You love it. You love it here. You love it here. Should we bring this home? We're nearly 2 hours in, Sancho.
Sure, let's
do a little bit of new heat order.
Let's do the new heat order, my friend. Folks, if those of you don't know, the new heat order is the bee's knees, as they say. It talked about who is the one that has all the buzz, who is creating that hype going into the new week, who's the one that has the most views on Instagram, who's the one that is drawing the followers to us. I know we did not talk about this. You can hear my thoughts more on the SmackDown review on Patreon, but I don't see it. I don't see the draw of the White Six, that they put the entire SmackDown division against them in that match for the 8-man tag. They got the best SmackDown tag team they had in a long time, the whole entire division against the White Six. And for what? For what? To put the White Six over as a Hail Mary desperate attempt. Why? We could have had matches with Legado as the AAA champions against Pretty Deadly, and that'd be awesome. Seeing the AAA match, the tag team titles defended on SmackDown. And I'm crazy for saying this, and people want the White Six to run around instead of that? Bummed.
Sorry, brother.
So
sorry it's happening.
They
Especially
won't
because
be
you
on.
have to cover you cover the SmackDown review on Patreon, so you're having to watch your
And then
least favorite faction.
And then my boy LA Knight's over there now.
The Raw review, man. The A show. Just saying.
Number 1. LA Knight? Gunther?
Yeah.
Goldberg?
I'd go
Goldberg.
LA Knight. No, I'd go LA Knight.
All right.
Yeah, I'd go LA Knight. Hell, it's what kicked off our show.
It did. The Glaze Factory provides. You know what? Why don't you just make this a 1-2, brother? Karrion Kross at 2. Big pops. We want Kross.
I mess with that. Yeah.
Yeah. See, doesn't that, yeah, great. Yeah.
We're so close to the end, guys. We're so close to the end.
If you made it this far, you could handle a lot more. Yeah. Number 3. Drew
returning. That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm on fire today.
Yeah, you're kind of crushing it.
Dugga. Oh, I froze, didn't I?
You froze. You
Ain't
did.
that a
yeah. Good.
Mid-Dug.
Mid-Duggan.
I wrote Dugga Drew McIntyre. Okay. Drew Mac makes the list at 3. Any love for Judgment Day? Judgment Day. AJ Styles. We didn't talk about AJ Styles.
That was funny.
Be my sleep paralysis demon.
You know what? That was fun. Give me, I'd say like, maybe just Judgment Day in general. I really like guys, she's not dead. They did a little Virgin Mary vigil for her.
Ofenda type of vibe?
Yeah.
Ofenda. Let's see. Yeah, Judgment Day. Any love for, I've noticed that on SmackDown or I don't know if you feel the same way, is that women's promos never finish. They always get interrupted. Like a superstar comes out, Tiffany Stratton. I don't think Tiffany Stratton has ever finished a promo in a long time. She always gets interrupted by somebody. Always.
It's the Judgment Day meme, but just for the women.
Judgment Day meme was good.
It was a good time. It was a good
time. Any love for Jacob Fatu, the Solo Sikoa? Any love for Lyra, Bailey, Becky?
Oh, man, yeah. I thought Becky's promo was great. And then her gaslighting the two into hating each other. Let's put Becky Lynch, Lyra, and Bailey in there. That's the best thing going on in WWE at the moment.
For the women, yeah.
I think in general. And the best storyline. That's the best cohesive storyline going on right now. What's better?
LA Knight, Karrion Kross.
Those aren't storylines. Those are people. I'm talking storylines.
Oh, storylines?
Yeah, I think that's the best one.
Yeah, ever since Liv getting hurt. Yeah, I would yeah.
Okay. That's right. That's what I thought.
Bow down to Santi. That's what he sounds like. You know he forgot the words. He doesn't know the words, Motorhead. Doesn't know the words.
That's awesome. All right, P. Lemmy.
Did you see Ozzy Osbourne performing his last time in his throne?
How is Ozzy still functioning? Just all the stories of Ozzy Osbourne that I've heard. How is he still kicking? Dude, I think that the cure to every disease in humanity is in Ozzy Osbourne's blood.
The nectar.
He's got the nectar of life flowing through his veins.
Yeah. Number 6. I mean, we could put a Braun Breaker here.
I like that. I like that. Picasso. Yeah, put that there.
Picasso. Braun Breaker.
Hey, man. Penta in the main event scene again.
Penta in the main event. Look good. Right?
Yeah, I think he looked great against Seth Rollins. It was a good match, and I still felt like they were going at 70%, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't like full. You didn't see full Penta, but did you like that little AEW no sell?
I did. That's exactly what I compared it to. Exactly what I sound like. That's so Penta AEW.
So Penta AEW. It worked. It worked too. But it's funny is like you could see that. Yeah, if I was an AEW guy, I'd be like, "Whoa, see, you have no problems with it when it's in the WWE."
Yeah, because it doesn't happen every week, every match.
Hey, look at me, I'm Penta.
I'm Penta.
Let's see. I'm just looking at my IG. Hey, Goldberg.
Yeah, let's throw him in there.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Goldberg's absolutely on there. I thought he got me hyped. I won't lie.
He drifted in his little car.
Good.
It's not easy to drive on live television, by the way.
You got work. That wasn't live.
Damn.
You got work, brother.
All right. Any love for? I don't think Jay. Grande Americano, dude. He was speaking Spanish. You said way.
Yeah, you can throw Grande Americano on there.
Yes, dude. Grande was cracking me up, dude. He was like, pinche Dragon Lee. He was saying all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Dude. I was like, good lord. Apparently, he is fluent in Spanish.
Like Ludwig, for real?
Allegedly.
But allegedly Ludwig.
Let's see. I mean, Rey Fenix and Andrade are doing things.
They're doing good stuff.
Interesting. And what's so interesting to me, and when people ragging me about the White Six, I was like, then why is not Rey and Andrade a part of that mix? Why are they keeping Rey and Andrade away from that whole tornado of Wyatt Six? Because they know that is not going to go anywhere, and they want Rey and Andrade to go somewhere. Let's see. Gargano had the moment, and we already talked about Drew. I mean, this last spot this could be anybody. It could be Jacob Fatu, be Tala Tonga. That was not a great little moment there where they brought him back in.
No.
Jimmy.
Any excitement
Jay.
for Tiffany or Trish?
I mean, Rhea and Io all had.
How about Seth Rollins? Just Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting that he stole his villain, his heel persona look from The Rock? You get that from him?
Like I wasn't thinking about that. No.
His leather vest, he was wearing last night. He feels like The Rock right now with that logo. Very rockish.
Okay. All right.
He has the shades, the sunglasses.
He does have that.
Very rockish.
Yes.
All right, folks. Here's your new heat order for the week. Here we have number 10, Seth Rollins. Number 9, Grande Americano. Number 8, Goldberg. Number 7, Penta. Number 6, Braun Breaker. Number 5, the Triple Threat, Lyra, Becky, and Bailey. Number 4, Judgment Day. Number 3, Drew Mack. Number 2, Karrion Kross. And number 1, LA Knight. Yeah, the Glaze Factory stands on top. Huh?
It does. Big week for you. Big week for you.
Big week, but I won't be on the thumbnail still.
Hey, man, you got to get there. Slowly but surely. Maybe never. I don't know. Can't
when it comes crashing down.
Yeah, you know Santi's got a pose. All right, folks. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Wrestling is Cool podcast, coolest wrestling podcast on the planet. Would love to remind you to go check out the Patreon, patreon.com/SantiZap to get this podcast 3 days earlier than everywhere else every single week, plus all of the extra content for just 5 smackers a week. But if you do want to give 15 smackers, 15 doubloons, you become a producer of the show and you have your name read out here in the end credits. So a special extra thank you goes out to our producers. Dom is his own Hall of Fame category. Hashtag the GOAT. Number 1, Santi Glazer, Jacob Kufis. First Patreon, I Crazy Dude says, put Sancho on the thumbnail. Ace, Aiden, Albreem Zuta, Alex Regal, Alex, Alfie the Chosen One. All hail Dirty Dom, Alan the Teflon Don, American Nightmare, Cody Lander, Andrew S., and Tony Arjona, Antony Arbach, Ariel Pacheco, Arrogance, Ashley Asperlitz, Ozzy King Slayer, Austin Hoagland, Ayo Carr, Bailey Saunders, Bo Pluto, B Hostile, Blasio, Blue Cord, Bluefish, Bobby, Bradley, Brady Keaton, Brandon, Appleyard, Brandon Richards, Brian Flores, Caleb Parker, Cameron Waring, Cameron Talks WWE, Carlos Gonzalez, CB, Cena, Cody, Double Turn at Mania, Chimchar, Collectibles, Chris Butner, Lucas, Chris Estes, Christian GQ, Chucky Gonzalez, Clay, Colby Mayo, Colin Roach, Cookies for Sale, Cool Whip Tim, Corey King, Dalton Dunbar, Danny Lamb, David Nelson, definitely not a Triple H burner account, Dennis Jamie, Derek Barnhart, Devin Geertz, Digi, D. Lopez, Doug Dimidomo, or the Dimsdale Dimmadome, Drew P. Balls, got me good, Dumsky, Dylan Ariola, Sean, Edgar Nation, Eduardo Avila, El Joshi, El Sapin, Elvis DePresley.
Oh man, oh no.
Oh man. I'm so sad. Thank you very much. Eric Crosby, Eric Ruiz Romero, Aaron Thorne, Isaac Santi is going to sock on these nuts. Oh, got me good. Fishing with Papa J, Fletcher Walpole, FMFCMA, Freezer, Fugnugs, Game Escape, Garrett Woods, Gavin Martin, Giovanni Gonzalez, Gilbert Deans, Gilbert Gilbert the Goat, Goatman of Cheese, Guna Tonga, Goose Lesnar, GXA Man, Heartfelt, Heath Robertson, Hey Shakes, Hoodie Cam, I'm Rick James Bitch, Ian McNugget. If Goldberg wins the world title, I shave my beard. I'm Braun Strowman. Isaiah Rodriguez. Issa David says, I'm secretly married to Mariah May. It's Mista. It's Astro Kid. Ivan Martinez. Jack Gibley. Jack Harris. Jack Parker. Jackson. Jackson Parrish. Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fucked You. Jacob Mueller. Jacob Pena. Jacob Staffel.
All gas, no brakes.
Jaden Davis. By the way, in all of the moments that Jacob Fatu had on SmackDown, I think all he did was say catchphrases.
I know he did.
It was like, I'm like, oh no, they're turning him into a catchphrase machine. It was all, you gotta fit in when you get in, all gas, no brakes, yada mean. Like he just had variations of that.
Hey, what do you want from McDonald's? Hey man, you gotta get it. Wait a minute. This is what your order.
Jaden Sullivan Jones, Jake Shavoya, Jason DeDios, Jason Vane, Javier Rodriguez, Jay Henry, Jalen Steele, Javion McDuffie, Jay Angel, JC Worley, Gene Carlos Capellan, Jeremiah Finley, Jeremiah Kelly, Jahihi Ahihi, JJ J-Man, Joe Velez, Joey Romig, Johnny Moore, Johnny Owens, Jordan Lynch, Jaws B, Joseph Bryan, Josh Musto, Juicy J, Juliana Sarfi, Justin Brooks, Justin Perkins, Caleb Martin, Kevin Bega. Kenyon P, Kinks, Kuwaiti Rick Boogs, Kyrie Lawrence, LA Knight Glaze all over my body. Let's go Sancho, Santi sucks. Liam, Life of Brian, Lil Shifu, Luis Jimenez, Mark, Marnie YCSM, Mark Bowser, Matthew Dollar, Matthew Oberg, Matthew Watkins, Mossy, McQueen X, Mackay, Meredith Lee, Michael Carlson, Michael Purnell, Michael Paz, Michael the Third, Michael Vera, Miguel Paredes, Mikey Rada, Mitchell X, Muhammad Albanai, Nacho Mateo, Nathan Tully, Nighthawk, Nino Ray, NyQuil Pad, Noah Booth, Noah Burton, Obi Nobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Obion0012, Oil Up Now, Santi 69, Oliver Hammonds, Pat R, Pat McMark, Pincaw, Frody, Prince Vegeta, Proceed with Caution, Puppet Spanker Johnson, Rost of all daddies. I hate that his picture is Tongaloa, by the way. Reacher, Reaper God, Reese, Ricardo Ramirez, Rick Mar 1R, Ricky Dutcher, Robert Holder, Robert Rogers, Royce Ruffo, Ruben Sanchez, Ryan Spradley, Riley, Sam Duke. Sancho doesn't get a safe space. Sancho's opinions over Santi's opinions. Santi is Mr. Iguana. Santi is her 17-time podcast champion. Santi is the two best streamer in the podcast. All right. Santi lives in Canada. Sauce God, Savage Bay, Screamo Scott, Semba, Seymour Butts, Shaggy WWE, Shane, Shell Shock, Cena versus Rock, No Pop, Lakers in 5. Shitstain Nakamura, Sip God, Sir Alberton, Slime Manny, Slowtoke Rodriguez, Stephanie Vacque, Lookalike Contest in my bedroom, Super Malachi Galaxy, Taco Bullfish, Tame and Brian, Tanner Cloud is the 17-time WWE Undisputed Dumbass or Nightmare, Vanilla Joe Rilla, The Final Boss, Bloodline Rules, Timmy C, Toasty aka The Fraxium Guy, Tobias Burnett, Tom Lehman, Thomas Arati, Trent Head, Trevor Harder, Trey and Catherine Love Wrestling, Two Slapped Cupid, Tycho, Tyler Logan, Tyler McGarry, Tyron, Vegan Penguin, Venom, Voidsy, Juan Pablo III, White Mexican, William Newton, Xavier D. Lewis, Javier Izquierdo, Zach Zmira, Deadshot, Yo Girls Account, Zach Griffin, Zach Hewitt, Zach Butcher, Zane 2K, Zeke Love, Zergzito, Lurd, BBNJ. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for being with us throughout this entire journey. You guys take care. Be wonderful, amazing people. Goodbye.